Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming. I know we would all love for this to be one big in-person kind of presentation. And of course, that was the attempt and the goal at the very beginning of all of the holiday festivities we were dreaming up for Interact. But as we know, and we've been dealing with over now 2 years of experience in it, things change. And of course, we did have this as a plan B, and we've always been looking at how do we plan B everything. And Emma knows this very well, as we've also had to cancel an event last night in New York. Things change and we adapt and we evolve, and we still put a show on and continue as we can. So I'm happy that we can at least come together like this in some capacity. It's good to see everybody and at least celebrate in some capacity as we best can, given the news and given how it's been. So happy holidays, everybody. And hopefully we can enjoy some time together for the next hour and a bit, and connect a little bit.
And to kick it off, I think, is a celebration of all of you guys. We put some nominations out a little while ago for you to nominate your colleagues for some awards. We've got some cultural ones, we've got some just for fun ones, and then we've got some against our values, and of course our our colleague of the year. So the event is going to go like this. We're going to do the awards up first, and then we've got a little bit of a kind of a look back of the year in quiz form. For those of you who are in the UK, you'll be familiar with a show called the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. It's kind of loosely based on that, I guess. And we're going to look back on the year and have some fun just answering some questions. And there'll be a little prize for the winner, who we will tot up the scores later on. But we'll explain all of that once we get to it. I think first and foremost, I'd really like to just hand over to Simon, who I think just wants to say a couple of words to kick us off.
Thanks, everyone. Hey, everyone. First question is, Kerry, are you in the basement? Because it looks quite festive in there. Yeah, he is. Good. So I just wanted to quickly share my screen, Kelly. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. I'll just quit. Super quick.
There we go. So I thought it'd just be quite nice to round up the current progress year to date before we move to the celebration, holidays and awards giving, and some of the things that Kelly and Greg have got organized for you. But I think we've had a really good year in terms of growth. If you look at the chart on the left hand side, you see my screen, yep, that we are at about 24 million of ARR, so 4 million up on the beginning of the year, or just over 4 million. I think, speaking to the sales team and to the CSM team, that will be north of 24.5 million by the end of the month, perhaps even higher. That is down to everybody's sheer hard work. This year, it's been another difficult year for everybody in terms of lockdowns, impact on personal lives from COVID, difficulties with customers, and I think it's been one hell of a year, and everybody's significantly contributed to pushing that number up. So from myself, the senior leadership team, and the rest of the business, are really grateful for everybody's effort and hard work. It is really difficult, I think, in these COVID times. It looks like it's going to get a little bit more dicey in the weeks to come, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll get through it. I think if you look at where we are in terms of the numbers, and I know these are difficult to see, I will zoom in a little bit. But firstly, I will just bring you to the blue line, which is new business addition. So these are the customers that we've won. I think we brought on about 99 customers this year, which is fantastic. Just under 4 million of ARR. That the sales are queuing up, ready to be signed off, and that number will rocket by the end of the year when we look back at it in January. Draw your attention to the green line, which is upsell. This is really important for us. So we sold about an extra £1 million worth of ARR last year to our existing customers. We've almost nearly doubled it by the end of the year, with FIFA signing another deal today. And that's terrific news. And thanks to the hard work of the CSM team and the cloud team and the product team, and the engineering team that build all the software, and the support team that support our customers. It has a big positive impact, and is testament to the success of Interact with inside organizations. Again, the red line is smaller this year in 2021 over here, comparable to 2020. We've churned far less of our customers this year than ever before. And again, with the purple line, less downgrades. So although it probably feels like a slog to most people, and hopefully everyone can have a break over Christmas, we've achieved some terrific things over the last 12 months. And thank you very much for that. That was it. Kelly, over to you.
Thank you so much indeed. So let me just go back to my screen super quick. So we're going to kick things off with the People Awards. As I said, we've got three kind of culture awards, which are the Community Champion and the Donut Giver and Receivers of the Year. We've then got 6 fun ones that you guys all submitted nominations for, and we've whittled down to some winners. And then we've got Values Awards. So we have 4 Values Awards, and we have a winner, a runner-up, and a special mention each. And then finally, we have our Colleague of the Year, where we have a winner and a special mention. And then we're going to go into the quiz. So without further ado, we'll kick off the People Awards. So we start with the Culture Awards. These are really about like celebrating how we do things and the things that are important to us. I'm going to hand over to Greg to talk about the Community Champion Award.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you know, Beth, who's on the call here as well, and the entire CS team has taken the community really under their wings and tried to evolve it this year. And I think a lot of work has gone into it to making sure that the community feels like a safe and healthy place for customers to come in and ask questions, seek answers, seek advice and best practices. The product team has done an enormous amount of work to make sure that the documentation that's out there on how to use our product is correct and up to date, and that's evolving over time as well. So many incredible things have happened, and we wanted to take a second to recognize those who taken the community under their own wing. In some ways, without even asking, some incredible things have happened out there. So for us to take a look at, are we next slide to share who our community champion is. So this person is our community champion for 2021. They've gone out into the forums, into the comments of our blogs, into things that customers are sharing with us, and really tried to make a difference in a really big way. Now, there was a lot of names to mention here, so but we had to select one. I want to say, unfortunately, there is one that through data and actually looking at the qualitative stuff that came through, a clear winner was there. But I do want to just mention, before we announce the winner, some other nominations that did come up. People like Sherry Peterson. I hope I'm not saying her name. We saw Sherry, Stephen Osborne, a lot of the delivery team, product team. So Joe, Richard, of course, I'll shout Beth out. I know that this is a huge part of your job to go into the community. So a lot of love for the customers out there. So thank you for being there. But again, one winner for the community champion, and that award, and well-deserved, goes out to our friend Zach from Customer Success. So we were looking at how do we get community to come to life, and Zach, you went above and beyond when it came to the amount of effort you put into making sure that things were answered, customers felt comfortable with what you were sharing. You did a lot with high impact. So thank you very much for the love you've given to the community. And just a shout out to us going into 2022. I think, the community will continue to evolve and grow. And I think it is a place that all of us as interactors should feel comfortable going in and reading what our customers are asking about, understanding what they're trying to get out of our product, but also have conversations with them, ask them questions. They have lots to share, and they prove time and time again that they're willing to share it. So thank you, Zach, again for all your effort in the year. And not to mention, you also took some paternity leave in that year. So when it comes to stats, you weren't here for the entire year itself. So that says a lot. But thank you very much from our team.
Well done, Zach. And congratulations on the babies as well. The next award is, the next two awards which I'm going to present are around Donut Giver and Donut Receiver of the Year. So I know historically that we have done the sort of the donutter of the year is the person that's kind of like gotten the most donuts. And we wanted to reimagine this a little bit this year and kind of celebrate both sides of it, because, you know, I think donuts and the giving of the awards and the recognition for people is a massive part of who we are as Interact. It's kind of entrenched very deeply into our psyche and into our cultural framework. It's a really big important cornerstone for us. And I really wanted to pull out both sides of it. So what we've done this year is we've looked at who has given the most, not in terms of the volume of donuts, but who has rewarded people the most. So the instances of giving. And then on the flip side of that, who has been rewarded the most? Again, not from a volume of donuts given. You know, if you're rewarded with one donut, it's as valuable as being rewarded with 10 donuts, right? So we wanted to look at both sides of that. So the first one is the Donut Giver of the Year. And this recognizes the person who frequently makes the time to recognize their colleagues. This person made over 70 individual or separate awards between January 1st and December 7, which is when I took the data. And they're far and away above everybody else. The margin between them and number 2 was quite large. So I really want to congratulate right now Paul Grisbala for being our Donut Giver of the Year, just for modeling such an important behavioral cultural part of Interact. So congratulations to Paul. I should say that the community champion and these donut recipients are going to get donuts themselves. So you can spend that on something that you want for yourselves and treat yourselves with something. Congratulations, Paul. The second one is the Donut Receiver of the Year. And as I said, this award recognized the person who received the most instances of being awarded. So essentially a person who is incredibly helpful, incredibly well connected, is a go-to person across our organization primarily, and also does an amazing job for people. This person was awarded nearly 80 separate times for a ton of different reasons. I'll call them out right now and say congratulations to Phil Clare. So loads of different reasons were called out. I'm not going to go through all of the different 80 instances, but things around putting in extra effort to get things over the line, being a great people manager, supporting loads of different teams. He's a kind of an everyman, Phil. He's got his influence in lots of different projects and lots of different teams, and having amazing knowledge. He's always willing to help, and doing so with the humor and personality that we all know and love so well. And I think one comment summed it up for us in the judging panel, which was there was a comment made on one of the awards which said, "I could not come close to doing anything in Interact without your help." So that's a pretty ringing endorsement. So congratulations to Phil, to Paul, and to Zach.
Nice work. That's amazing. So to go into a little bit of the fun side of these awards. So, I mean, all of these awards are fun, don't get us wrong, but these ones are a little bit quirky in their own sense. So we're a company that values fun and recognize people as individuals. It's especially necessary over the last 22 months for us to do so, as we work through some various lockdowns and, tried to do our best to keep our heads up and our, collaboration strong and try to just get things done in such a different environment. And I need to say the least, we've done an amazing job. And I think Simon echoed that in his presentation with us just at the beginning. So we wanted to create these very special fun awards to recognize colleagues who have kept us entertained and supported us through the pandemic itself. So categories are You to Bomb, You Are on Mute, which is a famous thing we like to say here, or be on, Walking Wikipedia, Positively Personal, and You Rock. We had about 60 nominations across 5 of these categories, and it was very difficult to choose We had a lot of debate on which ones had better weighting and had better examples, but we came down to some clear winners and some clear other honorable mentions as well. So the winners of these awards will receive a 50-pound voucher and a $60 depending where you are, what's useful to you. And that'll come as an Amazon voucher to you, as well as a very fun trophy. And I don't know if they're in these presentations, but Kelly has done an amazing job at creating us some incredible trophies, which we'll share on Work Life until you can get them in your hands, of course. So let's dive in.
Great. So the first one is the UDBOM Award. And we thought it would be fun to create an award for somebody who is always kind of getting their meetings bombed by their pet, by their kid or kids, their partner, a badly timed delivery, or maybe a household disaster or something. We've all been in those meetings, and there's a famous one where the kid walks in where the dad's talking about some great big political crisis or something. So we thought it would be really funny to kind of call out somebody who shares the family in their meetings, either advertently or inadvertently. So the winner of this award is Byron Follett, or rather we should say it's Byron's cat that should win this award. We had a lot of fun actually looking through these nominations, some of these ones particularly. And we chose Byron because according to the nominator, which is David Honeywell, a certain body part of Byron's cat has made several appearances in calls in the last year. And this just really made us laugh. So congratulations to Byron, and congratulations to your cat too.
That's amazing. That's absolutely incredible.
We don't have any footage. I really wish we did. I think we're going to need to see some.
Please put a star over if it's going to happen.
Sorry, I was talking on mute.
I was trying to talk, but I was on mute. You go ahead, Sammy. Sorry. I was just going to say.
Sorry, I realized I was on mute. No worries.
Sorry, I was on mute. That's so annoying. I was like, man, I really got him thinking now.
Sorry, mate, I was on mute.
That's okay. You're okay.
Okay, I was on mute. We went on mute. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, did you hear?
Yeah. I went on mute. So I was talking and realized okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, which images?
So you got anything there?
It's on mute.
You're on mute. You want to talk about the Salesforce integration at all?
I was on mute. Yeah, so the Salesforce integration.
Sorry, I was on mute. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can hear you. No worries. I needed one of those shirts that says you're on mute.
I think we all need a t-shirt that says, sorry, I was on mute, or sorry, you're on mute. This happens so often at Interact. In fact, a lot of the footage you just saw actually came from Gong. Sorry to be so creepy and pull some of the greatest footage. And we know it's a powerful tool for other reasons, but also for fun ones like this. But Gong has actually shown us that we say on mute, I was on mute, sorry for being on mute, you're on mute. 11% of all the calls that have ever been recorded say this. So that's a high amount of calls. So we are very familiar with we are on mute. So the person that we are awarding the You're on Mute award to, it goes to Mike Rose from Tech Support. So Mike was lovingly nominated by his colleague Paul and Emma, who said almost on every team stand-up meeting, Mike would be talking without audio. So we also always have to remind him to unmute. So obviously being on mute is a sign of respect when we're in meetings and we want to stay quiet, but it also means we have to remember to turn it off. So thank you. And also, that's great. Sorry, you're on mute. I love it.
We are all guilty of it. We all do
Right.
it all the time. I was actually surprised there were not more nominations in this category. I think it probably could have got like 140 nominations, which is like about how many people we've got in the organization. The next one is the Walking Wikipedia. And we wanted to create this one really to recognize somebody at Interact who just has a huge wealth of knowledge, and like you can go to them and just go, do you remember that thing in the product like a couple of years ago, or like a little while ago, or do you know this about this, or have you ever come across that? And this person will be like, yes, I have actually, and I do remember, and I can tell you about that. So it's somebody that people can go to when they need an answer about something, about anything. The winner of this award is my old colleague in delivery, Stephen Osborne. Stephen has been at Interact for, I think he's in his 12th or 13th year at Interact now. And so it's kind of unsurprising that he's just super knowledgeable about just about everything to do with our product, our customers, our colleagues. He's kind of seen us all come and go and come back again in some cases, and the customers and colleagues that he speaks to every single day. He was nominated by Heather Lomas and Tammy Dudek, and they said, Stephen is such a wealth of Interact knowledge. His understanding of the product is so helpful when sorting our customer inquiries or issues. Excuse me. He also knows who to ask when situations do arise or where the answer isn't clear. He's always there to answer a question, have a quick chat, or share an analogy. If there's something I don't know, Steve is the first person I go to. So very well deserved on that front. Well done, Steve.
Well done. So the next award nomination, this award recognizes the interactor whose glass is always half full, so never half empty, who always approaches life with positivity and is approachable and helpful. There was a lot of nominations that came in, but and this person who we're gonna announce in a second here was nominated on multiple occasions, and I believe as soon as we say this name, you're all going to agree. The award goes to Tammy Dudek from the strategist from Delivery. So well done. Sherry, one of the nominees that came in for you, Sherry mentioned always willing to help colleagues and customers, has a positive attitude as well as a great sense of humor, makes a customer feel at ease when she works with them. Even just to say, going through the gong calls, trying to find some of our unmute stuff. Tammy, you're like a ray of light out there. So even when we're talking about being on mute, you know, the way you react in some of those occasions, it's just absolutely stunning. I think it's been, it goes without saying, you are always on the positive side, and we appreciate that.
Very well deserved. Last but by not any means least in the fun ones is the You Rock Award. We wanted to create this award really to be quite an open category, so people could nominate somebody for something kind of out of the blue, out of the ordinary that they might have done for them, whether that be some personal support, professional support, who just gives exemplary support to a team or a project for any reason at all. I feel quite close to this one, actually. As it's not me. I feel quite close to this one because one of the reasons why we picked this person is just for the support that he's given outside of his own team and across different organizations. So I'm delighted to announce that the winner is Stephen Connolly. Stephen is quite new to Interact. He's only been here a wee while, a couple of months, 3 months. But I think he's just been a super mega supportive person across the organization. Personally, from my perspective, he stepped in to help me with some stuff on World Mental Health Day, but quite behind the scenes, not in a sort of front-facing role. And he's helped out designing parts of the quiz that in fact, the framework of it, the quiz that you're going to take later on today. And none of these things are his day job, right? He does this as well as being awesome in marketing as well, and kind of creating some step change in that part of the business as well. But he didn't hesitate to say yes when asked. And he's just, you know, a great colleague and somebody that you can call on to help. He has a great sphere of expertise in copywriting and in marketing. So he's a real gem. So you rock, Stephen, and thank you. Well done.
Well done, Stephen. That's great. I can think on a number of occasions where you've come in and helped the customer world as well, and we love it. Thanks for your support. All right, to dive into values and colleague of the year or employee of the year, as it was also named. Values are huge, and they're a big part of our culture and who we are and how we work together and show up at work. The values themselves were created by our people for organization, and they are about how we get things done and the behaviors we show up with while we're working at Interact. For each of these awards, there will be a winner, a runner-up, and a special mention, all coming along with prizes. And the prizes are, so for winners, we're looking at a monetary prize of 250 pounds or 325 US dollars, as well as a nice little trophy for your desk. Runner-ups are, the runner-up will look at 150 pounds or 200 US dollars. And a special mention looking at 50 pounds and 65 US dollars. So congratulations in advance to all of our value winners. We're going to dive right into each one of them on their own.
So the first one we're looking at is the Enjoy Working Differently Award. So for this value award, we were looking for innovation that made a difference, exceptional teamwork, awesome knowledge sharing, or evidence of mentoring and coaching others in our organization and empowering them to do their best work and make a difference. There were 9 separate nominees for this award, and they are Ziad Razak, Joanna Leonard, Jamie Lyons, Dan Warden, Phoebe Harris, Stephen Osborne, Nicola Monroe, Beth Johnson, and Katie Poole.
Ooh, lots of greatness in their names. The winner of the Working Differently award goes to Ziad. Now, Ziad is not confined by what his role should or shouldn't be. Instead, he looks for new ways to improve our processes, support our customers, and service our customers at the same time. He has built great relationships across many teams, and when he learns something new, he shares that information so that others can benefit. Ziad, well deserved. Thank you for all you do.
Congratulations. So to the runner-up, I won't drag it out. I will say that this person has stepped way outside of their role to support the organization. So big congratulations to Joanna Leonard. So Jo has stepped up to support the delivery team with one of our biggest customers and most complex customers to date, which is Teva. And she kind of did this with no experience of project management, but no experience of delivery Interact, I would say, or very little. And whilst continuing her role in product, she has supported Teva and the delivery team through a very complex project in a very calm and measured and unflappable way. She's an extremely worthy winner of this award for how she's worked differently and stepped up to the challenge to support Interact and support our customer. So well done, Jo.
Well done. And to dive into the special mention for the Working Differently Award, we're handing it over to Dan Warden. Dan's determination that we always strive to improve and apply the best practice has ensured that we all keep bringing our A game. His knowledge is vast, and when support is needed, he's there to provide it. Dan, well done and well deserved. Right.
Moving on to the Take Pride Award. So for this value award, we were looking for someone who is an ambassador for Interact, someone who really takes the reins of something and sees it through, perhaps someone who delivered something amazing to their customers or colleagues that made them feel delighted and proud to be part of the Interact world, or someone who contributed to our growth in any way. There were 11 nominees for this award, and they are Maxim Belenko, Oliver Wood, Fauzia Hafiz, Samantha Platt, Joanna Leonard, Greg Stortz, Beth Johnson, Emma Clare, Phil Clare, Andy Jennings, and Christine Holding. Greg, would you like to announce the winner?
Of course. So the winner of the Take Pride Award in first place goes to Sam Platt. Well done. Sam's attention to detail in QA is incredible and is a key component of ensuring the quality, stability, and end user experience of new and updated product features. Sam, well done and well deserved. Thank you.
And so for the runner-up, the runner-up in this category is my good friend and my boss, Greg Stott. So Greg, literally, these are the comments from the from the nomination. Greg literally wears Interact on his chest almost every day. I think it is, in fact, most days, I would say. And so whether it's topics like DE&I or just being a great ambassador for Interact, Greg is the best. So well done, Greg.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. And to honor our special mention, the award for special mention of the Take Pride Award goes to Phil Clare. Phil supports people without getting frustrated by constant questions, sometimes repeated, and the demand on his time. He is brilliant, reassuring, and adept with customers, supportive, and welcoming to colleagues. So well done, Phil, and well deserved. Way to take pride in your day-to-day life. This is great.
On to the Put People First Award. With this award, we are looking to recognize somebody who gives great customer service, regardless whether those customers are internal customers, so our colleagues, or whether they're external customers, our product customers, if you like. It could be someone who's offered amazing support to a colleague, or during a customer project, or their intranet journey. Maybe it's somebody who has created something in our product that really gave the customer what they needed. Our value of putting people first is putting people at the heart of what we do, and is one that's very, very important to us. So Greg, would you like to announce the winner here?
Of course. So the winner of the Put People First Award is going to somebody who definitely takes our customer and puts them above and beyond all things. But this goes further than the customer itself themselves. It goes to the team in which he supports as well. And not only is in his direct team, but the teams outside of his team. So Brennan Clark, well deserved. Brennan is a constant for Interact's customers. He does anything he can do to put the things right for them. And he once stayed up all night on a Friday to help New York Life get launched. Everyone you talk to in the company trust him and trust him to put the customer first all the time. And I've seen that time and time again. So well deserved, Brennan. Absolutely incredible.
Great job, Brennan.
Yeah.
So it comes to me to announce the runner-up. Congratulations to Christine Houlding. Some comments from the nominations. Christine is spectacularly understanding and empathetic while still managing to be professional and results oriented. Not only has Christine streamlined processes, improved interdepartmental communications, and improved coordination and delivery, she's also done this while consistently ensuring that people feel happy, secured, and valued. So a very worthy winner in this category. Well done, Christine.
All right, and to jump into the special mention for putting people first, the award goes to Kat Temkin. Kat takes on a lot of responsibility for customers and her team. She's a great communicator. She listens and gives acknowledgement when it's deserved. She's a great role model when it comes to being a professional leader. And I've seen this personally time and time again. I'm so excited to see your name here, Kat. Thanks for putting people first. Appreciate it.
The last of the values awards then is the We Fix Things value. So the We Fix Things, that's hard to say. We Fix Things. We Fix Things award recognizes someone who finds solutions and fixes problems. Someone centered on building better workplaces for our customers or our colleagues. It may be they've identified a cost saving in our business internally, or perhaps they've repaired a customer relationship or turned a prospect around. Maybe they've owned a mistake and worked hard to fix it, whether they created that mistake or not. And they've taken a creative approach to getting that right. It's a hugely important part of what we do as an organization. It's probably I think it might have been the first value we ever came up with when we did this. Is like, it's fundamental to what we do. We fix stuff, right? That's what we do. The nominees in this category were Maxim Belenko, Paul Grisbala, Michael Sudnik, Brennan Clark, Kat Temkin, Jamelia Comer, Chris Martin, Christine Houlding, David Rose, David Smith, there were a lot, Dean Park, Joe Fitzsimmons, Lindsay Buckley Ratcliffe, Phil Clare, Rob Jones, Sean Stewart, and Tom Thorpe.
Absolutely incredible. You really didn't make this easy. The leadership team and everyone who had a chance to review all these nominations had a really tough time with so many great stories that came in. But one stood out amongst them all, and the award for the winner of We Fix Things goes to Paul Grisbala. Paul has a great analytic skill, not only to get to the bottom of an issue, but to comprehensively document the steps he took to investigate and replicate. And often he suggests a resolution to all things that come his way. He's been involved in some urgent fixes for Teva most recently. He has a great attitude and really wants to make sure things get done promptly and well. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Thank you, Paul. Well done.
I can attest, having worked a little bit closely with Paul over the last few months, that absolutely that is Paul in a nutshell, just goes above and beyond to try to get something fixed. For me to announce the runner-up, I'm really pleased to announce that it is Michael Sudnick. Oh, I'm so sorry, I've made a spelling error on your name there. I will address that. Since joining Interact, Mike has tirelessly looked for areas of improvement that he can bring to the product. The efficiencies and performance improvements that he has delivered, for example, managing personas, which is now lightning fast, make a real difference to the way that customers believe in Interact. Almost every release has a performance improvement from Mike, and I believe that nomination came from Richard Adams as well. So just amazing job, and for somebody who's quite new to Interact as well. So great to see people kind of like really running with our values and making such a difference.
Absolutely. And to look at the special mention, the award goes to Mile Akuma. Mile is always on top of fixing stuff and keeping our infrastructure alive, responsible for urgent outages and always being available and helpful to sorts of issues and queries. Also, he's always looking at things to optimize and enhance, so everything runs smoother and better. So not only fixing it, but making it even better. I think that's a great shout out. So thank you, Mile, for making our world go round. That's wonderful.
I nominated Mele in the positively personable category as well, because every time I see Mele, he has a great big smile, just like this one in this picture, has a great big smile on his face. He's a great person to run into when you're in the office, and he's always like smiling and positive as well. So well done.
Absolutely.
It's going to fall upon Greg and I to announce the colleague of the year, the employee of the year. Simon's had to step away to an emergency really quickly. He does send his apologies. He usually would not miss this for the world, and takes great pride in announcing and celebrating our colleague of the year. So I hope you will forgive him. So our colleague of the year recognizes someone who embodies all of our values whilst delivering for Interact. Our values, and the reason why we have them, is the value is kind of like about how we do what we do, right? How we get things done, and not about getting things done necessarily at any cost. It's about how we treat people, how we treat our colleagues, ourselves, and our customers. The winner and the special mention in this category are chosen by the SMT from the nominees, and the previous winners of the values that we've been through already on this event. There are 2 prizes in this category, a winner and a special mention. The prizes are good, hopefully. They're a monetary prize. So the winner gets £500 or $650 US, and this lovely glass trophy. And then our special mention gets a £50 or $65 Amazon gift card. It's my pleasure. I'll hand over to Greg. You can stand in for Simon, and you can do the honors on this one.
Big shoes to fill. Absolutely. I am so happy and honored to be able to take this from Simon. And I know that, again, we were part of the discussions that happened in the room, and some of the incredible storytelling that was happening around this individual it inspires me, and it makes me want to be a better person. But we see this day in and day out, pour out of this person's being in work, and I think everyone's felt the ray of sunshine and the positivity and the solution oriented way that this person upholds themselves. So the winner of the Employee or Colleague of the Year goes to Christine Holding. So taking Interact to a completely new level in terms of quality standards through her team, ultimately providing our customers with an experience they expect. And I couldn't agree more. Understanding and empathetic while still managing to be professional and result-oriented, and consistently is ensuring that people feel happy, secured, and valued within the team and even outside of the team. And I can time and time again say that every interaction I've had with you, Christine, has been an absolute positive one. In fact, refreshing at most. It's absolutely wonderful for you to remain curious, learn, and still want to adapt something, even whether or not you agree or disagree with that person and what they're saying. You still bring an energy, allowing yourself to shine in that moment. And I love absolutely every moment I've had with you. So thank you for bringing such a wonderful experience to all of us throughout the year, and to your team and to our customers. It's amazing. Well deserved.
Like a round of applause needs to happen. Well done. Last, but of course not least, there is a special mention in this category. And the reason why we kind of do a special mention across these is because it is super, super hard, right? Greg and Katie and myself, we did some choosing of the fun ones and kind of did some analysis of the nominations in the values ones. And it is so incredibly difficult to pick out winners, because everybody's nomination was incredibly worthy, incredibly, it's hard to like pick out. It's like not a case of being better. It's just like, where can we evidence stuff, and where can we show that somebody is showing a real piece of that value. So the reason why we have a special mention is because it's so pretty difficult to choose. So without further ado, I really want to congratulate Paul Grisbala for everything that we have said about Paul across the other categories that he's been nominated in or has placed in, whether that be the fixed things or the one of the fun ones that Paul, I think, won as well, or the donut giver, I beg your pardon. You know, Paul just kind of like embodies a lot of stuff that I think is important at Interact. He's super friendly. He goes out of his way for you. He gets things done. He's a really rare mix of being technically excellent, but also really empathetic and customer focused as well. Whether that customer is his internal customer, you guys that are asking him things from the technical support for your customers, or whether that's front facing to customers when he's dealing with customers day in, day out. So it's very well deserved for you to get a special mention in the Colleague of the Year, Paul, and I congratulate you on it.
Wonderful. Well done. Congratulations to everybody who was mentioned today, even as a nomination. We will do our best to make sure some of those stories are shared. So I know Kelly is going to, maybe not by the end of this week, but we can definitely say by the end of or mid next week, we'll get a blog out there talking about all these nominations and where some of these stories came from. I think it's interesting for all of us to hear and see some really, really great stuff that's happened throughout our year. So thank you all for your nominations and putting your teammates out there and celebrating your own teams through this. So well done. Well done.
And it's nice to present as well. It's nice to give love to people. I really enjoy this side of it. It's great. So to the kind of the fun bit of the day. I hope you can all kind of like stick around for some, if not all of this. I realize we're kind of like, we're trying to keep some pace to this. And I think the quiz, we're going to kind of keep it quite pacey and spicy. So we can so go through it at quite a good speed. Since we are dealing with COVID again, as Greg said, and our event has moved online, we wanted to put something together that we could all do collectively. So this is how we came up with the Interact Big Trivia Interact Quiz of the Year. Rearrange these words how you see fit. As I said earlier, I wanted to just really give a big shout out to Stephen Connolly and to Ollie Horsley in marketing, because they really created the framework and the base of this activity. They really gave method and shape to the idea that came out of the sort of planning meeting that somebody like me goes, why don't we do this? And has no idea actually how to make it happen. So I'm really appreciative to Stephen and to Ollie to really just kind of like take all the random thoughts in my head and make them into something that's kind of like might hopefully make sense to you. So big thanks to you both for doing that. So what's it all about. So it's a quiz about, or a trivia that most things have happened this year. It'll be a mix of kind of TV, music, science and tech, general pop culture. Most of the questions are a multiple choice, and there are a couple of bonus questions that are an answer only. I am going to go ahead and put the link to the answer sheet in the chat right now. Or of course, if you want to play it on your phone or your tablet, you can scan this QR code. I've just popped the link to the form in the chat. No Googling, come on, let's see, let's test it for real. Greg has been through this, I think, once, and he said that it was like quite hard. I don't think it's hard because I know the answers. So how to play is that you open the quiz sheet, you'll see all the multiple choice answers there. I do want to now just introduce to you a favorite from our Friday chat who's kind of come into his own in the Friday chat this year. Who knew that we had such a talent lurking amongst our ranks? Please welcome your quiz master, Dean Park, who's going to guide you through the questions.
Hi there. I was going to do the whole "you're on mute" bit, but I think that entire video has already done that way better than I can. Hi everyone, welcome to our online Big Fat Quiz of the Year. So we're going to pace through it. There's scoring advice here. Each question tells you how many points it is worth. At the end of the quiz, we'll total up the scores and get the totals and announce the winner on Friday, a day that follows Thursday, tomorrow. The winner receives the glorious 150 donuts, kudos, and parades in the street. Yeah, some of those things, 2 truths and a lie, who knows? So let's move on, please, on to, well, before I have questions, do you have any questions? Anybody? No one. Excellent. Fantastic. I'm going to take your silence as tacit approval for everything that occurs now. So starting off with January, Happy New Year, everyone. Question number 1. Which country rings in the new year first of all? Please add your answers in the digital fashion. Question number 2. There is a new year and a new president. Joseph R. Biden was inaugurated as the 46th president of the USA. But what does R stand for in this context? Question number 3. In January, Elon Musk became the world's richest man, overtaking Jeff Bezos. But how much was he worth at that time? Moving on to February, month of love. And here is Captain Sir Tom Moore, who died this month, aged 100. He famously raised £300 million for the NHS charities in 2020 by doing laps of his garden. How many? How many laps did he complete? And as a bonus point, how long did it take him? And here is the month of love. And what song, this bad karaoke version of the song, is playing in the background? Hit it. Well, we got one no. I can't hear any. Can anybody else hear any more? Oh, I can't hear it. Just going to have to hum it. Did people get that? Kelly, if you're all right, I can hum the chorus.
Let me just see if I can change my audio settings.
I'm not sure if Rick on the chat is saying no, he can't hear it, or no, do not sing under any circumstances.
I tell you what, instead of doing a bad karaoke version, let me just play the title, play the track on Spotify. Let me just play that. Is that better?
Oh, I can hear that. Yeah.
Right, that's enough of that. Oh.
Moving on to March. Infamous opinionator. There's Piers Morgan there with a typical happy expression upon his face. He was fired from Good Morning Britain following lots of complaints from the regulator, the watchdog. But how many complaints were made? Question number 2. Founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, sells his first ever tweet in a non-controversial format. How much for? I suppose in pounds or dollars or Bitcoin, I don't know. Question 3. Pictionary. A major event happened in March and caused problems across the world. But can you guess what it is from this live drawing?
Can you all see my whiteboard? Yes. Okay. No criticism about my drawing skills. It's meant to be bad. That's my excuse that I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, she's secretly trying.
Shh. Like that. And then we got some little, what's going on there? And then this is, what is this? It's carrying something. And it's a big thing. And it isn't powered by coal, but I'm going to put some steam coming out of it anyway.
Actually pretty good. I'm putting this on my fridge.
I'm terrible artist. But that's my drawing. Pictionary, it's meant to be bad, right?
Happy trees.
Happy trees. Yes, exactly.
Thank you very much, Leonardo da Vinci. Onwards to April. Question 1, April Fools. Who are these two adversaries? Looking longingly at each other there in that illustration. Question number 2, the 93rd Academy Awards takes place, but which movie won the best film? Film. And a bonus point, who won best male and best female actor? Question number 3, Queen's husband, Prince Philip, dies. How old was he at point of death?
Older than that picture.
He looks sort of alive there, yeah. Question round 5, which is the month of May. These two singers topped the music charts in May with their duet, Save Your Tears. Who are they? From me, genuinely, who are they? They seem to be from after the 90s. Question number 2. In May, the cast of Friends reunited for a special. What is the character Joey's famous catchphrase? Question number 3. Former President Donald Trump had his Facebook ban extended. How long for? June, sunshine, happy days, Ramsets. Question number 1, Juneteenth commemorates the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States of America. But which state was it first observed in? Which state first observed it? Question number 2, Coca-Cola's share price drops by $4 billion on June the 14th. But why? Question number 3, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced the birth of their second child. What did they name the new baby? Baby McBabyface. On to July, round 7. Question number 1, it's the Olympics in Tokyo, postponed from 2020. There are 2 rings missing. What colour are the rings? Question number 2. Ted Lasso is back on our screens with a new series. Where is Ted from? Question number 3. This song, get it prepped, ready, Kelly, just in case we'll all back up. Released in July, spent 10 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Which K-pop band is this track by?
I'm going to play it through here again, just to make sure that you can hear it.
Like butter, like a criminal undercover, don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it up to my mother. Hot like summer, yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'll not sure how to do.
Okay.
Round 8 is August. Now, Christine's daughter, Matilda, is dressed up as the main character from this box office smash, released August 2021. What is the film? In August, a singer is named the world's wealthiest female musician. Who is it? Question 3. A herd of elephants on a 500-kilometre trek force authorities to evacuate 150,000 people out of their path. Where did this happen? On to round 9, September. Question number 1. Daniel Craig's stint as 007 came to an end with the release of No Time to Die. How many actors have played Bond? James Bond. Bonus point for each actor who has played Bond that you can name in 45 seconds. Go.
I feel like we should have some like countdown music. Dun, dun, dun.
Dum 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 dum. Wow 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 wow. Ba 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 dum ba da dum. Ba ba dum ba da. Ba 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 da ba da dum. Ba ba da dum ba dum. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. Thank you very much.
That's got to be 45 seconds, right?
I think so.
I think so.
I strung it on to other parts of the music. Nicki Minaj got herself into some trouble with a tweet. What was she tweeting about? Was it anacondas? Was it starships? I know she knows 2 of those things. I almost hip and cool and groovy. Round 10, October. Question 1. Mark Zuckerberg announces Facebook will change its corporate name amid increased public scrutiny over leaked internal documents. What did he change it to? Question number 2. Tim's daughters have kindly reenacted something that happened in the UK in October. What event are Molly and Edie acting out?
What a lovely day. Come on, dear. Should we drive to the park so we can have a walk? Yes. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Everybody's queuing for something. I wonder what they're queuing for. Let's go and join the queue. We're British. British people love joining queues. Oh, my. Oh. Nobody seems to be getting what they want. It isn't moving. Oh, why are we still in this queue? You know what, dear? Dear? You know what? We don't need any. Let's just go home. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
That's amazing. I love that. Question 3. A world famous singer-songwriter is back with new music after a 6-year hiatus. Who is it? And bonus point if you can name the song. Is there a song?
Can you hear it?
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me in. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child.
First time I've actually heard that. It's okay, I guess. On to November. November. Question number 1. Britney's free. The court rules to release Britney Spears for the conservatorship governing her life. But how long was she under it for? Question number 2. Hayden's daughter Freya has drawn the famous painting Diego Yo that sold at international auctioneer Sotheby's for $34.9 million. Do you know the artist? Diego Yo. Diego Yo. I probably pronounced that incredibly incorrectly. On to this month, December. Question 1. In the Kinara, the symbolic candle holder used in celebration of Kwanzaa, which colour candle symbolises the future? Question number 2. In December, the Jewish religion celebrates Hanukkah. According to tradition, after the second temple was ransacked by King Antiochus, the people found enough oil to keep the everlasting light burning for 1 day. But it lasted for 8, which was enough to find more. How many candles are lit on the Hanukkah to commemorate this? Question number 3. This frightening image depicts the Feast of St. Nicholas. The 6th of December, taking place in many European countries. What else is it known as? Feast of St. Nicholas takes place on 6th of December in many European countries. What else is it known as? Paul's asking if we jumped over October and November. We
did not.
went through it. I was there. We were all
I was
here.
not paying attention.
Britney was freed in November.
Paul was busy counting his awards. Here's a comment that's been made in the chat. Or too busy fixing stuff.
Oh, thank you very much, everyone. Answers submitted, I guess.
That is, answers submitted. Give you a few moments to check things over if you like. You can go over your score, Justin. You can reimagine things if you like. We'll give you a couple of minutes to fix anything it's damaging your self-esteem, and we'll top the scores up this evening, and we'll let you know who the winner is. What happens if we go to a tie break? I have not figured for this. Maybe we need to go to a lightning round between the tie break.
Age match. 2 people enter, 1 leaves.
Yes, like a Hunger Games.
I hope my
You're up for it, guys. We can make it happen once the social distancing is out the way.
So anybody is worried about spelling or getting any of those bonus questions wrong, that's the reason why Kelly's going to take some extra time to get a winner. She's going to, as a human, read your answers. And if you did the I to the E wrong thing, like I may have in one of my things, don't worry about spelling. The computer's not that smart. But Kelly is, and she will give you
I'm human and I'm smart. Wow, I feel very praised. I'll take the smart, but human, yeah.
Ah.
Thanks, Greg. Not computer, I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
That draws an end to our rather pared back holiday party. I hope you all really enjoyed it. We tried to, as Greg said at the top of the session, we tried really hard to put something fun together in lieu of us being all together again, hopefully at some point in the new year when the sun shines upon us, metaphorically speaking, or hopefully literally at some point.
Yes, exactly. But good to point out that we are literally still all together. I mean, having almost 90 people take part in today's event is absolutely incredible. So it's nice to see everybody join and be able to take a moment in your day to celebrate a little bit as best as we possibly can in the safest way possible, of course. But it's been great to see everyone.
Thank you all so much for coming, and bon chance for the eventual winner. And another congratulations to all our award winners as well. Very well deserved. Christine, you have a very puzzled face looking at your answers. Well done, and thanks for coming, everybody. And yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at all the answers now.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Leave.
Are we staying on the hardcore?
Calls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Anybody who stayed, it's like Marvel credits. If you stay long enough, you get a little extra. Dean, thanks for hosting.
I did not notice any Victorian slang though, Dean.
Oh no, it's fine. Thank you very much. I'm happy I didn't stutter as much as I sort of anticipated. I couldn't sleep last night.
You look refreshed.
Right. I've got a good face. I've got a good So hopefully that went well.
It was excellent. Well done. Well done.
And the awards all were great.
Thank you.
I shall leave you to it. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much, Dean. You're a superstar.
Thanks, Dean. Thanks, Kelly.
Wasted in engineering. Wasted. To have your own show.
Yeah.
You're a star, baby.
Moving on.
Put you on the stage.
Take the scene from Pitch Perfect.
Auditions for that.
All right, I'm gonna hop off, guys. Good to see everybody.
Bye.